Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathan from MyCryptoParadise. In this video, let's talk about the band. This is not such a well-known coin, but it's getting some attention. And in this video, we would like to talk why there is some attention. We will compare the price action of one of the competitors of the band, and we will look into the price action to understand what is the final upside target which we might be seeing throughout the next couple of months, how far price might rise. And of course, we will analyze the band against the USDT and against the Bitcoin. Let's get started and move to the coin market cap. As we can see, band is ranked number 104 by the total market capitalization, which is quite low, although it's very interesting because while many coins has grown substantially, band didn't make such a large move, which gives the price such a large growth perspective in the short term. Because as we can see, the price has been on the rise back in August, but then we had this massive correction down and now price is recovering. So now it seems that the trend is turning bullish once again and there could be a massive growth. We will talk about this at the end of the video. So what is band protocol? If we go to the website, basically it's the ERC20 token, which is the decentralized oracle. And this is not so new. One of the competitors obviously is the Chainlink, and we will look at the price action of the Chainlink against the band and compare it, because Chainlink already experienced some growth, and we will compare it to the band, how far the band could rise as well. Now moving on to the Coin360, right there we can see that there is no band. We can simply not see it because it's quite small. It's below the top 100 coins. But just to have a quick summary on the market itself, the Bitcoin up 2.22%, Ethereum is down surprisingly, XRP has a massive gain, it continues to rise, a lot of attention there, so the growth is nearly 37% today. DOT has a loss, but all in all, what can be seen straight away is that XRP took a much larger capitalization overall, it became much bigger. So there is definitely a lot of attention to that coin. If we go to the Ethereum tokens, we can see that band takes quite a small place there, and compared to the Chainlink, which has the biggest space on the Ethereum, while band is the competitor, it seems reasonable to compare them. Let's move to the price action of the band against the USDT. Starting off by looking at the daily time frame, it can be seen on the top left hand corner. This is the Binance price feed. The band has been in consolidational phase since September 2020, when the price actually entered this box between 7.9 and $5 support area. It has been stuck in this box for an extended period of time. So basically since September up until January, when the price broke to the upside, broke above this resistance. And we had previously this break to the downside, suggesting that there will be further selling pressure. Although on the strong buying volume, it went up and went back to the box, after which it broke above the 50 simple moving average. Then we had the rejection, then price failed to produce a new higher high, but then rejected this support at $5 area, and we had this massive rally resulting in a growth of 156%. So that took just a month, about a month, to have this growth. But this is nothing major if we looked at other coins which had a massive growth of thousands%. So there is definitely a more upside potential. Now, why is that? First off, we had a break above this key resistance. It's a supply-demand area. Previously was the demand, then supply, and then demand again. So we had rejected this demand zone twice already, with the most recent bounce occurred just on the 28th of January. This opens a lot of room for the growth. At the same time, if we look at this corrective move down, it was 39%, and this is very common in the cryptocurrency market, a 40% drop. We could see it number of times on the Bitcoin, and here we come again. We have the same correction of 40%. But on the other hand, what we have is this resistance area near $10 psychological level, clearly a very strong resistance, because we had the support formed back in August 2020, then the resistance. But now we can see that after the second rejection of this resistance, we actually had a daily close above it, so this is the first sign that there is some buying pressure, but we failed to close above the previously made high, so this is still a valid resistance. Nonetheless, after the rejection for the second time of the resistance, price corrected back and bounced off the simple uptrend trend line along with the 50 simple moving average. Clearly a very strong support. And this support also corresponds to this area at 7.36. As we can see, there were so many rejections of this area. Basically 4 rejections, then we have 2 bounces as well. And now price is back in another box where it's stuck yet again. How long it's gonna stay there? It seems like it will get broken very soon because of this bounce of the support, as we already mentioned. So there is this potential of the move to the upside, pretty fast one, as long as this support area holds. This is a bullish trend. This is clearly a bullish trend. There are higher highs are being printed, higher lows are being produced, and this is a bullish trend. And this means that the probability is strongly in favor of the further growth. Now, the nearest resistance, as can be seen, is at $12.55, which is the 61.8 Fips based on this overall downside move, which means that from the current price, there is still 25% potential to grow. This is, of course, a short-term scenario. In the medium term, price might be rising further towards 78.6, which is $14.86, or it could go up to $16.26, which is 88.6 Fips. So these are the scenarios that we might be expecting as long as this support holds. Most likely there will be a break to the upside today, tomorrow. It looks like it's getting ready. It's just should be this week, but we will see, obviously. So now let's move to the price action of the band against the Bitcoin. Now, yet again, this is a daily time frame, and first off, what we can see is the average price downtrend trend line. So while price has been staying below, there was this resistance rejected, so price remained below the trend line, and now what we see, this was the break above. Not confirmed at this point in time because we had to break above this high. So price continued to go down, and now it acting as the support. So there was this rejection of the trend line, means that the bulls might be starting to take the control. Besides, if we go to 4-hour time frame, we can see that higher highs and higher lows are being in place, which confirms the validity of the uptrend. Now, what we had is this huge spike, huge trading volume, but even with this selling pressure on the daily time frame, price failed to close below this support at 24,000 satoshis. This was the resistance. We had the rejection there, and now it became the support. Yet again, the support. So with the daily closing failed to close below, this might suggest that the buyers are strongly defending this level, disregarding these huge spikes, which just seems to us that it was a kind of stop loss kick out move by the market. So all stop losses have been taken out at this area, and now price returned back quickly, which means that there could be a very big and fast rise against the Bitcoin. Now, based on the Fibs applied to this last move to the downside, there are several resistance levels to watch. The nearest seems like 32,000 satoshis, which is 78.6 Fips, and then we have 88.6 Fips, which is at 34,000 satoshis. Most likely we will be reaching the second area, which is the most common retracement level on the cryptocurrencies and stocks as well. Not as common on Forex, but still, this is a very interesting level to watch, and this is the potential resistance. Nonetheless, we must consider that there is a nearest one at 78.6, which could be tested as well. And we can see that price is bullish against the Bitcoin and against the USDT, which is suggesting that it will continue rising. Now, obviously, to invalidate this bullish outlook, we would need the daily close below the 24k satoshis, only then there could be a further decline. But for now, it just seems extremely bullish for the time being. Now, if we apply the trend line, resistance trend line, we can see that price is likely to be heading towards this resistance trend line. And in this case, maybe we will see a move slower towards this resistance area. So potentially up, down, up, down, up, down. So like that, or we could break much higher, then find the support at this resistance, which is currently the resistance, and only then continue with a massive upside move. So this is likely to be the case. And now we should watch obviously this support where the 200 simple moving average got rejected at 26,000 satoshis. So this previous resistance got rejected, which became the support. Yet again, a very bullish for the band against the BTC, and definitely this is an uptrend at the time being. So right now, let's compare the competitor, which is linked to the band, the price action. So now this is the chain link against the USDT on the daily time frame. What I did is made a copy of this price throughout August 20 up until now. So we're gonna copy it and paste it to the price action of the band against the USDT. And as we can see, the chain link has had this massive growth already, while the band is lagging behind. Let's apply and see what happens. So now this is basically overlay of the price, and very similar. We had this correction down, then the chain link started to recover, very same as the band. Right now we are in the phase of this correction, and then we had this upside move. And as we can see, price could be reaching the 61.8 Fips, which is the key resistance, which must be watched extremely closely, because based on the chain link price, we might be heading towards this resistance, then correction down. So maybe all the stop losses which are around this level could be taken out, and only then we will see this massive rally to the upside or the beginning of the altcoin season. Just for you to understand that the price might not be going ballistic right now, but it should reach at least the $12.55 in a relatively short period of time. Now, another interesting thing I wanted to share with you is how far the price could be getting when the altcoin season starts, when the trend will start. And for this, I will apply Fibonacci retracement indicator to this overall correction down, and I will apply another one to the correction after we had the break above this resistance at $7.3. Now there will be a lot of levels. As you can see, we're using 161 and 127.2, and then extended further like 200, 300, and so on. And if we just drag the price up and see these levels where the two Fips at the same spot. So now I'm gonna clean the chart so it makes sense. And now what we have is two extremely important levels for the long-term buyers to watch and monitor. The first one, as we can see, is this level at $21.8. It corresponds to the 127.2 and 327.2 Fibonacci retracement levels based on the Fibs we have applied. So very first important level, and this what could be happening: price moving up, going down, maybe even lower, and then we will have this massive rally. Or if this level will get broken, maybe we will see something like that towards this resistance. But we think the most important level is much higher, which might result in a price increase towards the $55 area. Let me just make it a logarithmic chart so we can fit all the price easily. And on this chart, we can see that there are two levels, 1061.8 Fips and 361.8 Fips. Exactly, almost exactly at the same price, $54.90, plus minus few. So this is the final upside resistance for this overall move to the upside. This is what we might be expecting. Whether there will be this correction or not is yet to be seen, but the thing is clear: the trend is bullish, and the lower price gets, the more interesting it will be for buyers. Right now we must be watching the first resistance, 12.55. If it gets broken, the probability will shift substantially for the massive gains, which might result in either 122% gain, which is the first key resistance, or if we further move to the upside, then it will be 500% overall. And if we use this uptrend, what price usually likes is use it as the resistance. So overall, maybe something like that, consolidation, and maybe at this point in time, which is 4th of May 2021, which is just 3 months away, we might be having a 550% growth. And finally, just to bring your attention on the Bitcoin volatility index, which we can see is rising, the trend line is being rejected along with the 200 simple moving average. And this means that once again, we might be having an increased volatility for the Bitcoin, and there could be a lot of interesting opportunities on the altcoin market, as well as the Bitcoin, of course. All right, that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take it easy and smooth, and see you all next time.